Well folks, since the last video I've done a few updates on the old receiver here. I've decided to and went ahead with a audio amplifier, or a receive preamplifier I should say, right here with two 3N04, two N3904 transistors, same receive preamplifier I always build, and I decided to build a secondary audio amplifier here. So you got the small audio amp in the circuit, drive another audio amplifier here, which is just being picked up directly by this big amplifier here. Lots of audio. Right now I'm not using this audio amp, but this audio amp here, the same circuit is what's put back here. I've also decided to put a pretty rough looking tuning indicator here. This old plastic white disc here, and an LED behind the dial. Maureen picked the color, so I told her to pick whatever color she wanted, and I put on it. She picked red. So when you're tuning the dial, the red LED stays there. Kind of cool. I managed to figure out what frequency range she's working on, and she appears to be working according to the TS440, but following her oscillator signal around. She tunes between 6 and 7.4 megahertz in CW and SSB. AM can be tuned on this thing. With the fine tune, you basically find the main carrier with the main tuning, and you fine tune it with the fine tune here, and yeah, and you can manage to do it. I also had to build this low pass filter external unit, because once I built the receive preamplifier, then I was getting broadcast band interference. Basically it was swamping the receiver, so I had to build this low pass filter to get rid of that. So pick up some CW here now. Yeah, still got a little bit of breakthrough with the RF breakthrough. Depending on how strong the signal is coming in, it's swamping the receiver. So you can hear that shortwave broadcast station there in the background. There's a signal that it drops there that completely disappears, but it's up the band a little bit. But the low pass filter that I had to build was this fella here. And use a few capacitors and a couple inductors to help eliminate it the most I could. There's terminal strip in there. It blocks broadcast band interference quite a lot. I'll actually do a little demonstration here of it with this low pass filter disconnected from the antenna line. And you'll see what I mean. So as you can hear, there's a broadcast station in the background. Low pass filter has been removed from the circuit. That's VOWR 800 kilohertz here in St. John's. Now I'll put the low pass filter back in line now. The low pass filter is back in line. Quite a rudimentary tuning indicator, to say the least. What I would like to do with this particular radio, I'd like to be able to gear it down, the indicator, because right now the tuning knob, that turns 5 times per 1 revolution of the tuning capacitor. So it would be nice if I can gear it down, or even put this needle, which I got here. If I had another indicator across the front here, and this needle following a string back and forth, but I have it geared down in such a way that 5 turns, because right now it's 5 turns to 1 revolution on a tuning capacitor. And I want the tuning and the needle to move with the tuning capacitor, but just, you know, from one end to the other. But right now, I mean, I've got her on a string, but yeah, it's not going to work in its present configuration. But anyways, that's not here nor there. I'm thinking about putting an S meter of sorts on this. Trying to decide if I'm going to put an analog S meter on this one, or an LED type, like a VU meter sort of thing. What do you think? What do you think I should put here? An LED VU meter, or an actual S meter in line with this thing? You know, we can mount it here in the front here somehow. I don't know how, but here somehow in the front. The other thing I'm going to try to figure out how to do is where to tap in a frequency counter into this circuit without loading the circuit down, mind you. But there you have it. 6 to 7.4 megahertz CW SSB receiver. Yeah, it came out pretty good. I might even, I like the circuit that much that I'm pondering on building another one in an aluminum cabinet, steel cabinet, and see if I can duplicate it. But for right now, I think this is quite cool. Anyways, what'd you build out of your junk box today?
Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Contest Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Contest Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray.
Shooter Alpha 3, 5 mile on top.
Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Kilo Charlie 1 X-ray, X-ray. Okay. Yeah, sure, okay, that's alright. There's something I can say about something Mr. Lincoln. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Love you. What you Okay. Line is open. The voice in the wilderness broadcast. Lord Jesus, His word. Yes, Lord Jesus, the only Almighty God, the only one. Only one, all powerful, Almighty God, the only God. Jesus Christ, that's
None other than Richard Lemke, our faithful listener in Alberta, Canada. Here is a fragment from his latest email to us. I am asking and requesting an EQSO card for October 2020 on banknotes and coin series. Will anytime soon the English team be sending out physical QSO cards in the mail? I've read that other departments have already resumed QSL cards in the mail. Thank you very much indeed for the accurate reception report, Richard. As regards your question, we don't have a clear answer for now. I believe we should wait for a while because hopefully one day we'll resume sending QSLs by snail mail as well. Until then, we have to accept the E1s as your compatriot, Alan Willie of Newfoundland, who is just receiving one, quoting from his latest message to us. Greetings once again from Newfoundland, Canada. Please find attached more reception reports of RRI broadcasts on shortwave as heard here in Newfoundland from the period of October the 5th to the 13th, 2020. Also, thank you very much for your most recent EQSL, which I have received with much appreciation. I also look forward to listening to RRI on November the 1st, which is designated as Listener's Day. All the best. Let's take another letter now. The following one comes from Vijay Kumar Rajetti of Visakhapatnam, India. He wrote, quote, a big hello to all the staff members of Radio Romania International. Hope you all are in peak health during this COVID-19 pandemic. Hope things will come to normalcy very soon. I am 58 years old, working for Indian Railways. I'm a proud and faithful listener to Radio Romania International, previously Radio Bucharest, since 1978-79. Your programs are very balanced and informative. The signal strength is always good on shortwaves, except for a few occasions in this part of India. I had noted down your new frequencies, which would start from October the 25th. Hope the reception would be equally good. Herewith, I'm enclosing a recording of your broadcast at 5:30 to 6 hours UTC on 17760 kHz beamed to the Pacific area, dated October the 16th, to make you understand how well the RRI signal is received here in India on shortwaves. Please send me your latest program schedule and other available stuff. Thanking you in advance, yours sincerely, Vijay Kumar. And now from India, let's move on to Brazil to say hello to Reginaldo Anunciação of Barra Mansa. Here is a fragment from his letter to us. Hello, how are you, dear sirs? Greetings from Brazil. Thank you very much for the beautiful QSL. I like your station and the English service, which presents culture, traditions, music, happiness and health. Signs, Reginaldo. Our Brazilian listener has also provided details about our transmissions. Your signal was received and identifications of station with news of Romania and region and local about political and other questions. Well, your radio newsreel was observed with beautiful Romanian rock music. I like your beautiful music and country, Romania. Also, lessons of Romanian language. Let's move on now to another listener. Mikio Kohara is a faithful RRI listener who lives in Osaka, Japan. Let's have a look at his message. September the 26th, from 22 to 2256 UTC, frequency 9790 kHz. Simpo 35333. Program News. The campaign for the local election postponed by new coronavirus infections in Romania. WHO said 33 million people got infected with the novel coronavirus worldwide. The week in review. Romanians will go to polls to vote in the first local election. The new record high number of infections in Romania. The political fight between the Liberal and the Social Democratic Party in Parliament. Tennis tournament results. Culture and nature. Book sales during a pandemic. Bookstore, sales project and sales networking. World of culture, human education program in the movie world. Projects and ways in British and German cinema. Radio Romania International Encyclopedia. Talk about Romanian railways, history of stations, train routes, network, Orient Express. Music program, jazz music. The ex-mailbag listeners report from Alberta in Canada, Fujisawa, Japan, Shanghai, China, Dublin, Ireland, Saitama, Japan, mostly from Sweden, India, Malaysia, etc. The Radio Romania International English Broadcasting Service for Japan is in fair condition generally, but the word noise unfading. In Japan, the peak of the second wave of coronavirus infection has passed, but it is difficult to approach zero. I like to listen to Radio Romania International English program from now on. Thank you for the service. Wow, thank you very much indeed for such an accurate report of reception abounding in details about RRI transmissions, Mr. Kohara. For such a detailed report of reception, we can only say that we have an EQSL card for you, and of course, a sincere domo arigato gozaimasu. And the same goes for your compatriot and also North-time RRI listener, Sakae Onozawa of Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan. Here is a fragment from another accurate report of reception we have received from the land of the rising sun. Date, October the 10th, 2020. Time, from 22 to 2256 UTC. Frequency, 9790 kHz. Language, English. Reception condition, overall rating, fair condition. Program details, announced for identification by mail voice with opening music waltz. This is Radio Romania International, Radio Newsroom, opening talk and headlines by female announcer, Mrs. Laconiora Simeon. News details by the same female announcer. Today's top article was the Strategic Communication Group announced on Saturday a new record of COVID-19 cases reported in one single day since the onset of the pandemic in late February. That's all we have time for, dear friends. Until next time, from me, Nanobils, it's goodbye and good listening. Coming up next on Radio Romania International.
Again? Alpha? SSB, Alpha, AC Delta, 1505. 19 reloading the 2 Sierra, contact. Again, QSL. QSL, change the 2 Sierra.